I have never seen him so fast. He's wearing nothing but shorts. So you can see his body. I have never seen him so big and strong. Like, his muscles look different.
So it's a really, really big fight happening in Perth, Australia now. My buddy.
Tough one, very good one. And, you know, Ankalaev, I've always seen Ankalaev as a big threat.
Depends on who's gonna finish, you know. I think between these two fights, the finisher, you're gonna have more impact.
Chael Sonnen uncovers a major twist in the Alex Pereira vs Magomed fight, while Michael Bisping is calling for a massive prize for the UFC Perth winner. Meanwhile, analyst Lucas Tracy pointed out what he thinks are the biggest weaknesses of both fighters. Contrary to popular belief, Lucas highlighted the biggest weakness of Magomed Ankalaev, noting that surprisingly, it is his takedown defense.
Magomed Ankalaev, takedown defense. I'm sorry, Magomed. Hey, a lot of people aren't going to know this one. This is an insider one. It's takedown defense. Mag.
For Alex Pereira, Lucas stated that his weakness lies against fast boxers who utilize multiple punch combinations. He added that a fighter who combines both wrestling and striking presents a particularly difficult challenge for Pereira.
Alex Pereira, Speedy Gonzalez boxers. The new meta. The new meta meaning boxing and wrestling. That is the new thing that is running the game. Makhachev, boxing, wrestling. Topuria, boxing, wrestling. Magomed, boxing, wrestling. Alex Pereira struggles with a Speedy Gonzalez boxer like Magomed Ankalaev who has the threat of a takedown. All right? And also, I said Adesanya is not a great boxer, but that was a Speedy Gonzalez combination he hit Alex Pereira with. And also, you could just look at the Khalil Roundtree fight. Roundtree's a Speedy Gonzalez fighter. He's got quick hands. That was an issue for Pereira, so.
Furthermore, Lucas admitted that people might be surprised he did not identify grappling as Pereira's main weakness. He explained that while Alex may struggle in grappling, it is not unusually poor for a light heavyweight.
That's kind of his weakness, in my opinion. A lot of people are going to be surprised that I'm not saying the grappling, but that's because I don't actually think it's that big of a weakness. I know, some people are not going to be able to comprehend that, and people still say, it's unbelievable how this guy's a champion. I mean, he's never wrestled like, dude, he's been wrestling for the past 5 years. Okay, it's light heavyweight. Let's not act like these light heavyweights are that good with their grappling anyway. He stuffed 10 takedowns against Magomed Ankalaev. I'm not about to say that's a big weakness right now.
Additionally, Chael Sonnen stated that Magomed vs Pereira fight is flying under the radar for several reasons. None more significant than the lack of hype around the idea that Alex could win. He explained that other fighters in the division often drop hints suggesting they expect Ankalaev to come out on top.
Like, there just hasn't been a lot of pomp and circumstance around the idea that Pereira is going to win that fight. Other guys in the division that see themselves lined up, when they come out and talk about it without disrespecting Pereira, but they do mention, you know, I think I should be next. I think I should take on Ankalaev next. They will give a hint or a clue that they believe that Ankalaev is going to win. I don't see that any different. I watched that first fight. There was nothing compelling from a controversial standpoint that would make you believe that if you did 5 more rounds, you were going to get a different result.
Moreover, Chael highlighted that almost everything Alex Pereira does seems tied to his weight, suggesting that Alex does not want to compete at 205 pounds. Chael added that he does not want to see Alex at that weight anyway, expressing his hope that Pereira will become the first fighter to conquer 3 divisions.
Who is very interesting and very good on social media, but every part about Pereira is he just keeps dropping hints. I mean, every single thing that he does has to do with what he weighs. Doesn't matter if it's 2 weeks ago when he was 244 pounds or if it was this morning when he was 234 pounds. Everything that he puts out has to do with his weight, which I interpret is foreshadowing that he doesn't want to be a 205 pounder. And I don't want him at 205 pounds, personally. I believe he is capable of champ status. I want to see that. I want to see that in my lifetime. Or I want to see the opportunity. I want him at heavyweight. But that would still speak to the idea that this is not the fight that he wants, and this is just kind of the way and the vibe of our industry.
At the same time, Chael noted that he saw a video of Alex Pereira working on the mids and was impressed. He observed a noticeable difference, pointing out an urgency in Pereira's demeanor and saying he had never seen him strike with such speed and power.
Guys, for the first time ever, I'm going to actually say it. I saw this video of Pereira yesterday on the mitts. I have never seen him look so good. And there was a difference. There was a difference. There was an urgency. There was an anger. It translated to a violence. I have never seen him so fast. He's wearing nothing but shorts. So you can see his body. I've never seen him so big and strong. Like, his muscles looked different. This is not about checking a box, doing a favor, doing the right thing, answering the call. This is about Alex Pereira settling the score, even in the odds, and beating Ankalaev.
Meanwhile, Michael Bisping spoke about the upcoming fight card in Perth, Australia, highlighting the main event between Carlos Ulberg and Dominic Reyes as having major title implications in the light heavyweight division. He declared that if Ulberg can defeat Reyes, then Ulberg should be the next contender, while a victory for Reyes could also put him in position to secure a title shot.
Beats Dominic Reyes, the man's fighting for a belt. Simple as that. 9 fights, beating some good opposition. And if Dominic Reyes, the comeback king, can get this done, then that will be sensational as well, because Dominic Reyes, we all know the story. He fought John Jones. A lot of people thought that he beat John Jones. Regardless, on the record books, he lost. And then he got knocked out against Jan Blachowicz viciously. Gets knocked out against Yuri Prohaska with a double spinning back elbow. Vicious knockout. And then he got knocked out against Ryan Spann as well. It looks like the end of the road for Dominic Reyes. But then the man comes back big with 3 knockouts, okay? 2 of them in the very first round.
Furthermore, Bisping emphasized that whoever wins the fight between Reyes and Ulberg will have a strong chance of facing either Ankalaev or Alex next.
Dominic Reyes is talking a good game. He's backing it up inside the octagon as well. And Carlos Ulberg is on an 8-fight win streak as well going into this one. So whoever wins this fight has got a really good chance of fighting for the belt next. Now, when you look at the UFC rankings, we've got the familiar faces. Yes, there's Yuri Prohaska. And Yuri Prohaska is fighting on the same card as Pereira. He's fighting Khalil Roundtree Jr. That's a really, really good matchup. Both men have fought for the belt, okay? If Khalil wins this one, yes, he will have beaten Jamal Hill and he will have beaten Yuri Prohaska. So that's 2 champs in a row. So there's a good opportunity there, but we've just seen him in a title fight.
However, Bisping noted that the title chances for Dominic Reyes and Carlos Ulberg could be delayed if Alex wins instead of Ankalaev, as this would likely set up a trilogy bout between Alex and Magomed.
But outside of that, I'm telling you, Dominic Reyes versus Carlos Ulberg, this fight has massive title fight implications, especially if Magomed Ankalaev wins. Because if Pereira wins, yes, of course, we're probably going to see a third match. We know Pereira says that if he beats him, we ain't going to see a third match. More than likely, if Pereira wins, we will see a third match. But if Pereira wins, nobody wants to see Yuri Prohaska just yet fighting Alex Pereira. Don't get me wrong, as a fan, I would love to see it. I'm talking about the way things work, the appetite for the sport, and of course, the nature of the beast with it being a pay-per-view scenario.
Additionally, Alexander Volkanovski weighed in on the UFC Perth card, praising Dominic Reyes for making an impressive comeback to the octagon. He also highlighted Carlos Ulberg's striking, describing him as a technical fighter who is powerful both at range and on the inside. Overall, Volkanovski stated that Ulberg is very dominant as a striker.
You love to see it. Hating that he has to fight Carlos. Obviously, Carlos is our boy. You know what I mean? So we're going to go with Carlos. But Dominic Reyes, he's on an absolute tear. Come back from, the bad knockouts he was getting, for him to come back and do what he's doing. Good dude as well. But Carlos is showing incredible striker. We always knew that. Again, King of the Ring. He's fought in King of the Ring, won that plenty of times. Powerful dude, knows how to work his range, knows how to fight on the inside. Really good at wherever the striking goes, and he's strong. So he's going to be hard to just take down and then dominate on the ground anyway.
However, Bedtime MMA stated that he's backing Dominic Reyes for the title run. Unlike Volkanovski, Bedtime does not rate this fight highly, explaining that Reyes has proven himself more, is more dangerous, and better prepared for 5 rounds. He added that Reyes is likely to be more damaging and predicted that Reyes will win the fight.
I don't give a fuck, bro. I was thinking about this so hard all day. I was like, man, do I play it safe after the Gene Silver pick? Do I play it safe? Fuck that. I don't care, man. I'm feeling this Dominic Reyes title run. I don't rate Carlos Ulberg that highly. I think Dominic Reyes is more proven. He's more dangerous. He's more prepared for 5 rounds over his career. I think Dominic Reyes is more aggressive and more damaging, and I think he's going to win this fight. I think that Reyes being a southpaw is a huge advantage that he has going into this fight that will take away the leg kicks for Carlos Ulberg. Because Carlos Ulberg, he is very similar to Adesanya. He kind of hangs on the back foot. He's a counter striker.
Moreover, Carlos Ulberg stated that this fight between Poten and Big Ank will be very tough and acknowledged Ankalaev is a major threat. He admitted that he will be sitting on the fence regarding the matchup, explaining that he actually wants Ankalaev to win so he can get a future fight with him, because he believes in himself and claims that he knows how to defeat Ankalaev.
Tough one, very good one, and Ankalaev, I've always seen Ankalaev as a big threat. So is Poatan. He's got the power, he's got the goods. Yeah, I'm sitting on the fence. I'd like Ankalaev to get that win because I know what I can do with him.
However, Carlos added that if Alex Pereira were to win, it would still be an interesting matchup, one he has been wanting to see. However, he believes Ankalaev will come out on top and likely have a longer career than Pereira.
Massive, and that's always been a fight that I'd love to do because he's tough. But I mean, from what I've heard, I'm not too sure how. I mean, he's done he's paid his dues and he's done a great job in the UFC. And I just feel like Ankalaev could be in the game a little longer. I think he's a bit younger too.
Meanwhile, Dominic Reyes stated that he's currently focused on beating Carlos Ulberg and then going home to spend time with his family. He added that the title fight will come naturally in due course.
Just got to beat up Carlos and go home, have my son, and then everything will kind of shake out how it should. But since I'm having my son in December, it would make sense for me to just wait for the winner of Khalil Jiri to fight, the winner of the main event, and then come back when I could sleep again.
In addition, Dominic Reyes stated that he will be attending UFC 320. He mentioned that he lives nearby, so he can simply drive to the venue and be there.
I'll be there. Yep. I mean, I live 2 hours away from there, so I'll just drive. I'll definitely be there.
Alex wins. He's a good friend of mine. I want him to win. And then he rematches Jiri, and then Jiri wins, and then I rematch Jiri.
That's
at the White House.
At the White House. I was gonna ask. You seem like a very patriotic guy. Like, is that timing seems to maybe line up for June?
Yeah. Absolutely, USA baby. Let's go. I'm a big patriot, so that would be a dream come true. Absolutely.
However, Johnny Walker stated that he's more interested in the fight between Jiri Prochazka and Khalil Roundtree, believing that they present a bigger challenge than Carlos Ulberg and Dominic Reyes. He expressed uncertainty about who should get the next title shot, but added that the fighter who secures a finish will make the strongest case for contention.
I don't know, but I'm very excited to watch Khalil and Jiri Prochazka. Probably this fight is the most exciting, and that's the fun looking forward to see. And I believe they have a little bit, they're a little bit heavier package to the potato shots than both guys in Australia. Depends on who's gonna finish. I think between these two fights, the finisher is gonna have more impact. Let's see the tastement that they wanna do, right?
They gotta reward the entertainers.
Yes, of course. If they finish the fight, who finished better, I think they will deserve the title shot.
Furthermore, Johnny stated that both Alex Pereira and Magomed Ankalaev are incredible strikers. He noted that Ankalaev is smart, pacing himself and building momentum, while Pereira does not rush his opponents.
Yeah, both guys, they are very experienced. They both are strikers, right? Ankalaev is a striker too. And both have a lot of experience, right? But I believe Ankalaev very smart, right? And he take his time. He never rush, and he build his winning by step, But I believe that if Pereira put a little bit more, be a little bit more aggressive, because Pereira also he doesn't come like rushing people. I think the difference in that fight, who's gonna have more advantage, who take more risk, a little bit more risk.
Moreover, Walker explained that the advantage in the matchup would go to the fighter willing to take more risks, as both are extremely skilled but tend to fight safely. He added that if they continue to play it safe, the fight could go to the judges' scorecards, but in a title bout, the winner should show dedication and aim for the finish.
Both guys are very safe. They are deadly, you know, but they're both very safe. And if you both keep safe, he's gonna go for the points again, no? I believe a title shot, you need to show that you're the champ. You need to finish the opponent, because there's the ultimate reason to become champion, like go there and finish the guy. No, I believe in finishes, you know, and I'll be happy, very happy if I watch a finish on that fight.
And do we get a finish in that fight? And if we do, is it coming from the side of Alex Pereira?
I believe so, Alex Pereira, or yeah. If not, I have to get back there and beat this guy, no?
Interestingly, Alex Pereira revealed that while training at the UFC Performance Institute, he spotted Magomed Ankalaev's coach. He shared a humorous incident in which a member of his team overheard a PI staffer telling Ankalaev that Alex had left the building and could come out from hiding.
Uma coisa até engraçada que aconteceu ali agora, a saída do PI, né? Eu vi ali o treinador do Ankalaev, tava ali e tal, pô, meio... A gente tava olhando ali, dava pra perceber que tava olhando, né, pra gente ali, pra, sei lá, tentar cumprimentar, algo do tipo. Mas eu, pô, não quero muita ideia também, não, pô. Eu fiquei ali na minha, mas não vi o Ankalaev. O engraçado foi na hora que eu saí do PI, a gente ficou um tempo ali no sofá, ali na recepção. Aí saí, fui pro carro. E aí quando eu cheguei no carro, né, um cara do meu time, né, tava lá dentro ainda, né, e viu, tipo, a menina do PI falando pro Ankalaev, pode vir, ele já foi embora já. Tipo, porra, escondendo o cara, escondendo o cara na salinha ali, velho. Eu falei, porra, velho.
Moving on to the fight between Merab Dvalishvili and Corey Sandhagen. After Corey warned Merab not to engage in wild exchanges, Merab has made it clear he is not one to back down from a challenge. He has been putting extra focus on his striking in the gym to prepare for the matchup. Additionally, Merab has brought in the best in the sport to sharpen his training. Demetrius Johnson joined the camp to help him address weaknesses in grappling exchanges and refine his overall game.
Now the champ is done hitting pads. Now we're gonna jump right into class. I think it's very important if you're a professional athlete, even if you're the champ, to continue to take the normal mixed martial arts classes, because even though you're at the top of your division, I find it important to keep on doing the regular classes, and that's what me and Merab are going to do.
Oh, it's strong.
After training with Merab, Demetrius Johnson admitted that he found Merab's strength overwhelming, noting that Merab was not even using his full power. Reflecting on their scrambles and clinch work, Demetrius praised Merab's balance and acknowledged that he never allowed him to gain the upper hand.
Merab was strong. He was very, very strong, but I also feel he wasn't using his full strength. We're tying up, we're working, pummeling it inside, and the biggest thing is that Merab has great balance. Like, he never allowed me to get him off balance, even if we're drilling. A great fighter won't allow you to get him off balance, where I wasn't able to get him off balance, just like nonchalant while we're drilling.
Johnson admitted that his first impression of Merab was exactly what he had expected from watching him fight. He noted that Merab is constantly moving in training, sparring with the same relentless pace he shows inside the octagon. Johnson added that he has always regarded Merab as one of the best fighters in the UFC.
My first impression of Merab's style when we first got started was exactly what I thought it would be when I watched him fight. Lots of movement, lots of feints, lots of quirky little things that he would do, but I wasn't surprised at all of what he was able to do. I've always had high praise about Merab. He does a good job of putting the gas on, pressuring people, and doing the right thing, and he's extremely strong.
Meanwhile, Corey Sandhagen stated that Merab is a workhorse, acknowledging that he's not the best striker or grappler in the game, yet he always finds a way to make it work. Sandhagen added that Merab's awareness of his own strengths and weaknesses is a clear sign of intelligence.
Yeah, I mean, Merab's kind of he's a workhorse, you know? He's not the biggest puncher in the game. His striking's a little bit clunky, but that's okay. He still makes it work. Like, there's plenty of guys that I can think of that just make their stuff work. And I think that that's a really sign of a really highly intelligent and really good fighter, is just someone that knows where they're good and knows where they're not, and where they're not good, they make it weird and funky and make it work for them. And Merab's really good at that. It's kind of well known. Merab gets people really tired and he takes them down and wrestles them. But to think that I'm intimidated by the fact that he was able to out wrestle O'Malley by such a big margin is like crazy.
In response, Merab stated that he does not care if Sandhagen is a good guy because Corey is coming after his belt. He said Sandhagen may dream about winning it, but it will not be easy as he plans to deal with him and protect his title.
One thing for sure, he may be nice guy, but he wants to finish me. He wants my belt. I saw you guys interview. He's visualized. He thinks about, he said daytime dream, right? He thinks about stole my belt and walk around everywhere with my belt and stuff like this. There is only one belt, and then I like this belt. I don't want to give nobody, even if when Corey Sandhagen is nice guy, he's my enemy, and I'm gonna protect my belt very well.
With UFC Perth heating up, Pereira versus Ankalaev and the Race versus Ulberg matchup promises high stakes, surprises and big moments. Analysts, fighters and fans are all watching closely. Every punch could change the title picture. Stay tuned, this division is far from settled.